Hi everyone, Lady Amalthea here for 31 Days of Tarot 2022. So yes, I have batch recorded. If you are wondering, going, hang on, wasn't this the outfit Lady Amalthea was wearing previously? It's actually the same day. It's allowed. I can do these kind of things if I like. It's my life. So for today, what did I do? Oopsie doopsie, I've accidentally hit the enter button. So for day 13, which is today, technically, I have the prompt of tarot decks you want to work more with in 2022, and I'm also going to be cheeky and combine it with day 14, oracle decks you want to work more with in 2022. And you know what the answer is? All of them that I own and will own, because I have a few on the way. In pre-orders, in limbo, from places that have said your pre-order is waiting to be fulfilled and we're waiting to hear from the factory and all that kind of thing. I own a few decks. It's that simple. And I would like to work with all of them, because if I'm not working with them, what are they doing in my collection? There are certainly some that I'm thinking might be time to shuffle onto someone else. Not an unsuspecting victim. I'm not just going to throw tarot decks at people. And I'm going to be very particular about this because I do not like parting with my possessions. As you can tell if you look in the background. No. That's a storage problem and a new TV problem. But I have so many gorgeous decks, some of which I've never used or I've used once. I've done a walkthrough for, and that's it. So what I've been thinking about, and I'm still not even going to get it through all my decks even if I do this, is I would like, we'll see how this goes, because I have a short attention span. Thank you, ADHD. I would like to attempt, I'm not holding myself to this, I would like to attempt to work with a single tarot and a single oracle deck each month. I may end up with more. I certainly won't end up with less. But what I was thinking was that might be an interesting way to kind of go through my decks and just get a bit of a feel for the different ones and go, oh yeah, I vibe with this one. Or you know what, it's not for me, but it might be for person XYZ. Maybe that, dear viewer, is you. And I mean, yes, I do collect decks. But it's almost like, why have them if they're not sparking joy, dear Marie Kondo has said. And, you know, I like, it's not so much that I like owning things. Yes, of course I like owning things. I'm not a minimalist. Obviously. I'd like 2022 to be more intentional about my possessions. Part of the whole ADHD thing is you go off in little tangents all over the place, and it's very easy to lose your focus. There is a Pathfinder game being held in the next room, and the loud noises from that are distracting me, and I hope they are not distracting you, which is part of the reason I did not bring my puppy in here, because I know she would have distracted me as well. It can be very hard to stay focused for various reasons, but for me, I'm working on doing my best to find a way to live my life in a way that supports me the best. And I feel like focusing, and you know, it may even be a deck a week, because I've got that many. I do not have 52 tarot decks, my goodness. God, maybe I do. I definitely have that many oracle decks. But I, you know, maybe it'll be 2 a month or something, but I kind of want to go and look at my things and be like, okay, what of these things do I want to work with, and why am I working with it, or why am I not working with it? The wonderful Katie Flowers did a video, I'm assuming in 2021, because time has no meaning. And I mean, I watched it recently about decks that have to earn their place in her collection in 2022. So I guess I'm kind of thinking about that. Like, you know what? If I only have so much brain power and so much storage space, what do I want in my life? What do I want to, pardon the dogs? I think that might have been a little doggy fight that my partner is breaking up, thankfully. Like, what do I want to focus my energies on? What do I want to put my attention into? And I'm wanting to be more intentional about this rather than just spending all day on my phone, which is so easy to do. So I'm wanting to be intentional about the things that I do with my time. And because Tarot and Oracle are so important to me, I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here on a Sunday afternoon making these videos if I didn't care. I want to be intentional about how I'm engaging with my things. And part of my brain is looking at the things in the background of this shot, going, oh yes, I need to do that with that and that with that, and my library books and that with that, and oh, I've got to send that off, and oh, I've got to mail those cards. And see, that's ADHD brain. ADHD brain. Was that all the right letters? I think so. Goodness knows. So yeah, I'm thinking I'd like to work with a deck, and if it doesn't hold my focus, then I want to think about why. And is that purely an ADHD thing, or is that it just doesn't vibe with me anymore? It's just not mine anymore, and that's fine, and I can move it along. I'm in enough of those Tarot and Oracle buy, swap, sell groups on Facebook, and I've got enough friends who are into cards that I could surely be like, hey, do you want to move this along? Like, it's not vibing with me anymore. Maybe it's your jam. I mean, you know, you're going to pry some of these decks from my cold, dead hands, like the Lumina Tarot and the Last Unicorn Tarot. I will never let those go. The Moonchild Tarot. In fact, I may have said this on this channel before, but we were waiting to see if we needed to evacuate last summer during bushfire season. We were at the edge of the watch and act zone, and we were waiting to see if we needed to evacuate. The Lumina Tarot and Last Unicorn Tarot and Oracle were in my bag waiting to go if we needed to evacuate. Thankfully we didn't, and like the fire came nowhere near us. Like thousands of homes would have been lost if it had gotten to that point. But like I did think about that. Of course, you know, my dog's food and medicine were first, and my own medicine, which I then couldn't find for several days because I buried it in my bag. But like that's how much they mean to me, that like in a literal emergency situation I would go, okay, I want to take those things. I mean, thankfully it didn't come to that, like I said, but like that is what they mean to me. I suspect Moonchild also went in there. I can't remember, it was over a year ago or a year ago. Was it a year ago? It was in January last year, I'm sure. But yeah, so for me, I really want to, I want my possessions to earn their place. And some things, you know, they don't need to earn their place, like the Lumina Tarot, they've already earned their place. But some of these other decks that I don't have as strong a relationship with, or have not opened, because I bought them in a sale and I haven't gotten around to opening them yet. Yeah, I just really want to focus on, why do I own these things? What do they mean to me? And what am I going to do with them? So, yeah. I feel like that's all I need to say for this video. I feel like my hands are confusing and strange because when I move my left hand, it's on the other side of the screen. It's weird. But yeah, so that's kind of what I would like, is to be more intentional about, oh, sorry, I could just hear a dog and I just need to know if I need to do anything. No, I don't think I do. Partner is dealing with it. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I don't know how well the filters and all that kind of thing. But yeah, like I'm quite keen to have my possessions earn their place. And I mean, certainly like when Smoke, Ash and Ember arrives, that will be the deck I will be working with, because I'm so excited to get that deck. I saw Stephanie's email, I don't know if I saw it this morning or yesterday, whenever it was, about her having written the whole of the guidebook. So that's exciting, because the guidebook for Oak, Ash and Thorn was just gorgeous. It's entirely digital, but it is divine. So yeah, I'd say that is it for this day 13 and 14. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing and commenting, and I'm enjoying everyone's videos that I've managed to watch. For some reason they're not showing up on my YouTube, so I'm having to search for them. It's very strange. But yes, in between dog wrangling, I am watching tarot videos and enjoying them, seeing some new faces and some old faces, and you know, it's a really great experience. So thank you so much, and until next time, many blessings.